we are blessed with the opportunity to hear. I can call him young man. I'm a age. I can say. Young man that's kind of on fire with life, and he brings a message even in a light conversation. So I think we all in for a blessing and a treat as we allow ourselves to open up and listen to the gift from Reverend Gordon.
Good morning. And what a joy it is to be back with you once again. I was here last night and I'm here this morning. This really feels like my home now. Yes, it's good to be at home. And it's good to be with a people who are open to the wisdom, to the love, to the universal energy, right? Because everyone isn't that way. We were just talking about some folks being particularist and some folks being expansive, right? And so universal mind, universal consciousness, that love emanating all around us in some way, shape, or form isn't clear for everyone. And I heard Reverend Nancy say, essentially, you all are the light for a dark space. Understand? The world is in challenging places right now. Whether it's the environment, I'm sending peace and love and grace to all those people in Ventura and all they're going through. I'm holding the people in the Sudan in my heart because, oh my goodness, what a humanitarian crisis. I'm thinking about the people of Gaza and Israel and the whole of the Middle East, which seems troubled perpetually. I'm thinking about those in our community who are unhoused. Thinking about so many things. And how do we find the energy, the strength, the power to reconcile within ourselves all of this that's going on? See? Life was simple once for humankind. I'm hungry, go gather some fruits and nuts, or, go down to the ocean side and find some clams or something. Right? It was simple once. But it's so complicated for us. Is it modern humans? Is that what we are? Modern beings in an ancient world. So I thought about this reconciliation as a spiritual practice, because how do you get yourself ready for all you've got to navigate? What is it that you do? And we may, in coffee time, share with each other what you do. This science of the mind, this spiritual living that y'all do, it's a great power. And yet, if we don't follow the precepts and principles that have been laid out for us, we can falter. We can lose our way, right? So many who follow particular faiths, these wonderful faiths we light candles for, people fall off the path, right? So let me give you what I wrote, because I would talk extemporaneously, but what's the point of writing something if you don't read some of it? So I wanted to start with the definition of reconciliation. And I know you all are brilliant people and you know it. You know these things, but I just want to make sure I'm in the right lane here. So reconciliation. The act of reestablishing friendly relationships between two or more people or groups after a disagreement. The process of finding a way to make two or more different ideas, facts, or situations exist to be true at the same moment. How about this one? Making things compatible. Or this one, making accounts reconcile. Now, I want to dive into spiritual practice. Spiritual practice is regular activity or actions that are intended to help yourself or someone else develop spiritually. Now, this gets a little dicey when everybody's spirituality is a little different. I think seeing the sunrise in the morning is a fabulous spiritual practice. But my grandmother thought she had to get down on her knees and open her daily word and read that and say a prayer, right? So we all have a different understanding of what this spiritual practice is, but people need to develop a spiritual practice. Pick one of those ones we light candles for. Follow this one, the teachings of Dr. Ernest Holmes. But everybody, as far as I know, needs a spiritual practice. Now, I said in my title when I gave it to Reverend Dr. Maureen, I said, reconciliation as a spiritual imperative is the word I used to her, and I want to go to this imperative. Essential, commanding, authoritative, absolute directive. It's an imperative. And I'm going to give you why there's some imperatives to your developing this spiritual practice. See, I've had my share of challenges in this life, but I'm still here. I'm working it through. I believe the divine spirit has kept me here. I made it because I'm on a journey to reconcile the various issues that confront me and confound me and keep me out of balance. I'm trying to find that space that's grace-filled, where the intricacies or the eccentricities or the improprieties of the human experience doesn't twist me and get me bent out of shape. Now, I don't know about you, and y'all don't seem like an overtly political people, so I don't want to oppress you with any of that, because maybe folks find that upsetting. But see, in this spiritual realm, as far as I could tell, powers and principalities have an impact on your life. They don't have to take over your life. See, Nelson Mandela showed 26 years on Robben Island didn't destroy him, diminish him, keep him from his higher or highest aspirations. But they're going to have an effect on us. And you have to have something. Do I have a balm from Gilead? You got to have something that's going to get you through those nights or days. See, some of the troubles I've had was accepting universal truths. I was a naysayer for so long. I wanted to believe my own authenticity, my own power, my own ego was going to get me through the hard times. Ooh, what a fool I was. See, I had to fall, unfortunately. Some of y'all don't have to go through that. But somebody like me, I had to fall. I had to lose my high perch and my haughty, egocentric, Gordon-centered mentality. I don't know if it was the cancer. I don't know if it was a divorce. I don't know if it was losing my color, which, as y'all know, I will speak too often because, unfortunately, in this United States of ours, we've been leading or living in a world that's rather race-based. It's an artificial construction, and yet it has power in this here human realm. So I had to change. I had to change. I had to begin to accept that the spiritual principles that the great minds of all the ages had offered to us actually were valid and worth me paying attention to. I had to change because I had to stop leaning on myself and my own auspices, my own innate abilities to carry me through everything that was going to come my way. I had to learn that I had to lean on family, friends, and especially the spiritual teachings that are available. Why I had to wait for 35, no, it was later than that, 45, 50 years, huh? Egocentric Gordon. I was pretty back then, too. I used to like to look at myself. My brown skin didn't crack, ain't had no wrinkles, had a full head of hair, Never had to buy a drink in a bar. Women and men was buying me drinks. Them was the best of times, or so I thought. Mama said, boy, you was pretty once. I don't know what happened. She said, I don't know what happened to you. I said, Mommy, I don't know either. It's so difficult. But you know what? I like this incarnation of myself better. George Benson sang a song about I found the greatest love. They used it for the Muhammad Ali movie, right? The greatest. You know those words? I found the greatest love of all inside of me. Whitney Houston probably made it more popular, but it's George Benson's song. Don't get it fuzzy. Huh? Whitney sang the heck out of that thing. But, you know, finding that greatest love is when you find the divine within you. That's what so many are searching for. What the world needs now, right, is some more of that love, sweet love. But it's the understanding that I am that love in this human form, and I got to let my light, let it shine. It took me figuring out some realistic goals. How was I going to get there? What vehicle would I use to ascend that mountain? It took me adapting to the changes in me that needed to be real. Y'all don't know it because I'm such a loving, nice guy now, but I was an angry black man. Now, step on my toes, you might still find that brother from Harlem, but mostly I'm manifesting love because I know that's my most innermost being, but I had righteous indignation. Do you understand that term? I had plenty of it. The justification was there. Transatlantic slave trade, or I'm part Irish, the Irish famine, or whatever, potato, right? There's all kinds of reasons for you to be upset. The patriarchy. I had to, y'all know bell hooks? Bell hooks helped me move from being a patriarchal guy, move me towards a feminist ideology because I had to understand, well, heck, my mama's smarter than my dad any old way. and women, all the girls in school was the best students in school. I just needed to change. I needed to wake up and smell the coffee. I needed to create a positive mindset that wouldn't let me lean into the racism, the paternalism, the patriarchy. I had to realize if I wanted a change in this here world, the change began with me. So reconciliation of the spirit of the spiritual intrinsic, boy, this is Ebonic. Reconciliation of my spirit required Gordon to be born again. Now, I never thought that those on the right of me theologically had something to share with me, because I was intellectually gifted. What's that song? Gifted in Black. Didn't y'all sing that? He had one of those. Was that Juneteenth? I was young, gifted in Black. Hey! I was all of that, but I needed more. That wasn't quite enough for me in the journey I had to take. So reconciling my spiritual life referred to me restoring the broken relationships. If I was angry at my white family, because my white family stole our land in Louisiana because my grandfather had the audacity to marry a black woman. They took our farm from us and chased us out of Point Coupé Parish. That's how we end up in New Orleans. If I was going to be healthy, I had to reconcile these realities that I had a war raging inside of me. See, I'm Heinz 57. I'm a mutt. I'm black. I'm white. I'm Native American, indigenous, as they prefer us to, I guess, say. I'm Chinese. Yeah, my mom's from Jamaica. In Jamaica, we're black, white, and we're Chinese. They call some of us Bakra. Bakra mean you're Chinese like Negro. Oh, you don't know about them things. Got much to learn. So when you're literally the whole human family, and some of my relatives were Jewish. They were English Jews that left England and went to Jamaica. Huh? And then I've got family, the Pharaohs, who I find are from Syria or Lebanon or somewhere and came to Jamaica. Jamaica, we say, like e pluribus unum, like the United States, out of many one, but for me, it's manifest inside of me. And so the war that was raging inside of me may have been in the DNA, but guess what? We're more than our DNA. We're spirit. We are the love, and we can reconcile anything. Any cancer, any sickle cell. I was with a sickle cell program yesterday. Sickle cell, any child born in the future now won't have to die from sickle cell. They've got breakthroughs. Medical technology. An average sickle cell person only lives to about 35 or 40. And it's not just black folks. Some of you white folks got it too. Mediterranean Europeans, right? Carry sickle cell, right? Arabs can carry sickle cell. So this change in me, it had to happen. I had to bring into harmony all the things that were causing me discord. They weren't just causing me discord, Reverend Nancy. They was manifesting in poor health. I ruined my health because of the war inside of me. Yeah. As a woman thinketh, baby, so she is. And I was destroying myself. So that's what I had to learn. That was my journey. And I found that many of us, maybe some of you, or you may all be the enlightened ones, but many of us must find what it is that's causing the disharmony, that's causing the brokenness, that's causing anger, frustration, envy, Any of those things that are manifesting in you, you must figure it out, find out what the root of it is if you can, but more importantly, you must use the spiritual teachings and your spiritual practice to cast it off. I heard there's a chance for you to get a 2-minute, attunement, right? A tune-up. Yeah. I think folks probably need a tune-up every day. You understand me? This here world can put a lot on you, and you may need just a little help. What's that song about? A little help from my friends, right? So, as I bring this to a close, I want to remind us that healing is available. It's open to all of us. You can reconcile the spiritual aspects of your being. That may be the easier part, maybe, because you're all intellectually gifted. You want to read, want to listen to TED Talks, want to listen to the great sermons. Okay, get that. Get as much of that as you can get. Turn off the nonsense, huh? If you're listening to a whole lot of junk, turn that off. Get yourself aligned with things that are going to edify you. Remember, it's a mutual responsibility. All the aspects of your being, your spiritual being, your physical being, right? Mind, body, and spirit. It's a mutual responsibility for all the aspects of you. Continue your spiritual growth. Look at social implications, because you can't tell me I'm liberal or I'm progressive, but you're driving a Tesla. I'm going to put that out there. You see, where you spend your money matters, and who you spend your money with matters. You don't give those who are troubled your resources. Huh? Watch who you spend your money with. All right. And so I'm going to close this out with a reading from Howard Thurman. Do you know about Howard Thurman? Yeah. Howard Thurman had the first purposefully interracial church in this nation in San Francisco, the All People's Church. So here are these words from the great Howard Thurman. The concern for reconciliation finds expression in the simple human desire to understand others and to be understood by others. Every person wants to be cared for, to be sustained by the assurance that they share in this watchful and thoughtful attention of others, not merely or necessarily others in general, but others in particular. That's kind of a wordy statement there. He wants to know that however vast and impersonal all life about him may be, however hard may be the stretch of road on which they are journeying, they are not alone, but the object of another's concern. That they are the object of another's concern and caring. He wants to know this is an inner awareness sufficient to hold themselves against ultimate fear and panic. It is precisely at this point of awareness that the life becomes personal and the individual a human being, and the way is cleared for him to experience his own spirit. Lean in, folks. As you think, you manifest the beauty of the others. We are because you are. I see my life because I see the reflection of myself in your eyes. Let us keep on reflecting the love that the Spirit has given to us all. It's what's necessary as we help heal this world of ours. Amen?
Amen.
Amen. Oh.